I'm suggesting you pick a note from the key of D major, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, when C or F are sharp, and just play it. Play it. So here's some more suggestions for how you can structure what you play. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Different note. Play. Right? It's like breathing. Play. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe a different note from D major. Right? It's just a suggestion because you could be playing note, 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 note. Those could be all a different note. It could be note, 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 note. It could be any there. But by suggesting to you something specific, that's going to be easier, make it easier for you to choose what note to play. That's all I'm trying to do, is make it easier for you to choose what note you play. It doesn't even need to be in the key of D major. I just want you to play, and I want you to bring your attention to something as you're playing. Bring your attention to your breath, bring your attention to the tone, bring your attention to how your shoulder feels. Bring your attention to an intention. What is your intention? Maybe your intention is just simply to hear what you play without judging it. Can you just hear what you play without judging it? So if you bring your attention to your shoulder, notice what's happening in your shoulder. Bring your attention to your breath. What's happening in your breath? Okay, now you're focused. Your attention is on something. So now bring your attention to what are the thoughts that you're having? What are the judgments that you're having? And start to have a conversation with yourself. Have a conversation with yourself like you would have a conversation with your student or your child. That's like, why are you judging yourself? You sound great. You sound just like you sound. Note. Play a note. 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 It could sound like this. So the biggest goal I want for everybody here through this course, I don't care who you are, the biggest thing I want for you is to develop a better relationship with yourself. Whether that's through music, whether that's through like your left hand technique, your understanding of theory, your freedom of expression and improvisation, whether it's you making more money, stepping into your authority, whether it's you feeling that you're making a bigger contribution to your students, it starts with you having a better relationship with yourself. You don't have to hear what I'm saying right now. You don't have to decide that that's what your goal is, but I'm just telling you that's my goal for you. So you're improvising right now. If you followed my suggestion, then you are playing something and you're improvising in the key of D major. So you can already do that. Let's just acknowledge you for that. You are creative, you are expressive, you sound different than anybody else. You have the ability to improvise. You're doing it right now. The first 30 seconds of the first class, you were doing it. Let's just get that straight. So everything from this moment follows is just the yeah, but what about this? And the what, but what about that? And but this and but that. But you can have all the buts you want, but let's just start with this. Right now, you are improvising, you sound great. You sound fine. But I don't know the theory. But I can't play in 7th position. But I want to play more interesting things. but I want to play complex things, but I want to sound more jazzy, but I want to sound more authentic. No, that's just all but. Let's just start with you. What would you say to your student if they came to you with those buts? What would you say to your child if they said, but dad, but mom, I can't do it as good as Johnny on my soccer team? That's okay. You're right where you need to be, right? Isn't that what you'd say to them? So say that to yourself right now. You are right where you need to be. You are powerful. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are soulful. You are expressive. Everything else, yeah, we can always add. But let's start with this feeling of acknowledgement, gratitude, recognizing you, acknowledging you. I'll give you more suggestions. So if you want, it could be no. It could be there, right? Notes in D major. It could sound on the same notes. It could be like. It could be 4 of every note. It could be 2 of every note. I'll let you try that if you want. You can improvise your bowings at all times. Think about that. Improvise your bowing. Just that. Maybe it's groupings of 2. Maybe the groupings of 2 start on the and, right? And 1. Maybe you're doing any of this in 2nd position or 3rd position or 4th position or 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th position for the advanced players here. Although if you've been here before, you know not to push me on that one. There's no reason for you to say anything here is too hard or anything here is too easy. It's all a suggestion. It's your work. It's your practice. I'm supporting you in your practice. So how do you incorporate rests? You choose the silences, right? So maybe da 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 rest. Da 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 rest. What's the proportion of rests to sound? Maybe you just think about that. Is it 10% silence, 90% sound, 50-50, 20-80? So make your choices and let them be informed by that algorithm if you like. So as you're playing right now, you have the choice to put your focus on technique or to put your focus on creative decision making, or to put your focus on eliminating judgment, or to put your focus on just your awareness of your thoughts, your awareness of the sounds you're creating. That's a choice. Where is your awareness? If you put your awareness on intonation, then you're covered for your intonation practice today. You do not later need to do intonation practice. If you put your awareness on your bow arm, then you're covered for bow arm practice. Do you see how this works? We don't need more time to practice jazz. No, we change the quality of our practice. And you integrate the things you want to accomplish that are related to your goals. Not, I need to get better. No, 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 no. What's a goal? Something you want to do. If your goal is, I want to play in tune on the G string, then focus on that right now. If your goal is supporting the instrument and not grabbing it with your neck, then focus on that right now. If it's a smooth connection from the up bow to the down bow, then focus on that right now. I'll give you some more suggestions in a second. Change up the groove. We are now in the key of G major. Key of G major, but you don't have to call it the G major. In the key of G major, we're not going to get into discussions about is it really G major or is it this or is it that or is it the Mixolydian? I don't care. Okay, let's just figure out something we can all agree on, which is that we are playing A, B, C, D, E, F, G when F's are sharp. All right. If it's easier for you to think about where are F sharps on your instrument, right? On your D string, then you got a high second finger. On your E string, you got a high first finger. If you play the cello, then that would be high third finger on the D string for your F sharp. And if that's how you conceptualize it, great. I don't care how you conceptualize it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G when F is sharp. So we could play notes, and then we could rest if we wanted, and then we could try it again, a different note, right? Or you could think about how many notes do you play in each phrase. I'm gonna play phrases of 4 notes. I want you to hear it. That was 5. Try phrases with 4 notes in them, or phrases with 7 notes in them. You could try that. Think about the number of notes you play in each phrase. Could be the same rhythm, da, da, da. Could be like that. That's maybe easier, da, 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 da. Rest. Da, 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 da. And you can do that twice as slow if you want. Everything's a suggestion. So you might be here, no, and then rest. Remember, you could improvise your bowings. So it could be all slurred, it could be all separate. If you're Sammy, he might be doing like, triplet 16ths. Sammy is our honorary youngest member here, 17 years old, contemplating a gap year before, or whether to take that scholarship at Berklee College of Music. Welcome, Sammy. Everybody here has got an opinion whether he should go to Berklee or he should take that gap year. How many notes are in your phrase? Or what is the shape of the phrase? Is it an ascending or a descending phrase? That's a descending phrase. That's an ascending phrase, right? You can think about both of those things if you want. Like ascending with 4 notes, descending with 3 notes. Or just keep it simple and just think note, rest, note, rest. Even G major is just a suggestion. You can play all chromatics if you want. I don't care. Play a wrong note. If you want, just play like the most wrong note you can find and just like lean into it and feel what that feels like. point, remember to reset, right? What does resetting look like? It's like take your instrument away, like stretch out a little bit, breathe, and come back to what is my intention? Then go back into it again, you know? Reset. We're always going to have tension. There's always going to be tension in the body. There's always going to be tension emotionally. There's always going to be tension in your mind. But we can try to be present to it and try to reduce it. We can shake it out and we can come back and try again. Change up the groove one more time. There is an E flat in there. We got a C minor chord, and then it goes to A minor 7 flat 5. But you don't need to know that. Don't get worried about that. Just for people that want to know, it's a C minor 6. It goes to A minor 7 flat 5, which is the same actually, right? But all you need to know is that we're in the key of B flat major, if you like. B flat major, the key of B flat major. 2 flats, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, when B and E are flat. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, when B and E are flat. If it helps you, then write that down on a paper. I mean, write the notes, write the dots if that helps you. No shame in that. Whatever works for you. A, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G. That's Lauren Pellant, our noble course admin, the person who I answer to. She just wrote it in the chat there. Those are the notes if that helps you. She just got her doctorate in jazz viola, believe it or not. That exists. Congratulations, Lauren. I'll give you some melodic rhythms you could try. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. You can put the notes to that. Be ba dum. Boo boo ba ba. For people that are working on melodic minor, C melodic minor also works perfectly on this, by the way. C melodic minor, jazz melodic minor. You can always play chromatic. Another melodic rhythm. Ba da. 2 notes, right? Ba ba. So I'm giving you a rhythm. You can fill in the notes. Just suggestions. Ba ba. I'll do an example. Right. Or for some people here that you might be playing perpetual notes, right? Could be 8th notes, could be 16ths. Wherever you're at. Or instead of perpetual notes, it could be as many perpetual 8th notes or perpetual 16th punctuated by rests, right? Or triplets. I got out of the pocket there. But you might just be here. Long notes. Like Jeanette said, a prayer. Every note could be a prayer. Every note could be a breath. And just notice it for what it is. Or for Marianne, it could be every breath, every note is putting me first, putting you first. Breathing into that intention, into that statement, that awareness. And then noticing, well, what is the resistance that comes up to putting me first? Let's go back to D major. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 1. So real quick, I want to give you the next few minutes to be able to warm down or whatever, go deeper in this D major thing. What I have done over the last 20 minutes is I've given you many options for how you can structure this warm up, right? What you can put your focus on, where your awareness can go, the purposes for it, but also how to choose what to play, right? You've got the notes in the scale that you can choose from if you want, and you've got rhythms that you can choose from if you want. You've got melodic direction. You've got the proportion between space and sound. You could also think about, where do I start every phrase or where do I end every phrase, right? So these are lots of suggestions, but I want to just stop talking to you and just give you the chance to just take it where it goes. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that, all right? Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. All you. Hopefully you're recording yourself. Forgot to mention that. See you in 3 minutes. All right, so within everything we just did, the biggest thing I want you to take from this is it's a framework. It's a framework within which you can have a practice that allows you to accomplish all of your technical goals and creative goals and internalizing. So let's see if we can frame that as like a little bit of a trifecta, right? So technique, creativity, creative expression, creative generation, and then internalizing, right? That looks like absorbing new information, memorizing, right? So that's what I've tried to give you in this last 30 minutes, a framework. It's not going to be completely obvious to you, but the more that we do this over the course of these 7 weeks, this is going to be something you're going to understand the framework. You're going to understand how to adapt it to your goals and your purposes and your different focus points that you have on any given day to get the most out of it. And again, the biggest thing at the end of this framework is a vision. A vision that you have for why you play music and what that relationship with your instrument is all about. And to me, that vision, no matter how you articulate it, it has to start with becoming a better friend to ourselves. So I'm always going to be coming from that, whether you like it or not.